Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Standard Time. This is our fourth podcast. No, fifth podcast.
No, let's not go by number because we don't know how we're gonna upload them.
Okay.
Okay, let's talk about today's topic, and it's wristwatch rotation.
Rotation. Yeah. So talking about that, as you can see, we're both wearing different watches. What are you wearing, Ashwin?
I'm wearing a Tissot PR200.
PR200.
It's kind of half a mechanical, half a quartz piece.
Okay.
So the idea is it has a rotor, and then that I think charges a capacitor, and then it runs on a quartz-based
Quartz on a
movement.
pass. Okay. Quartz-based movement.
It's quite interesting. Yeah.
Okay. It's quite interesting Tissot that does that on the.
Yeah, they did. I don't think they do that anymore, but it's quite unique, I guess.
Yeah. It's.
But I still miss the sweep of a traditional automatic,
yeah.
mechanical movement. So the idea of today's podcast is to highlight whether we like to wear different watches every day, or wear the same watch for a week, and what are the factors that you base on what watch you're going to wear that day.
So, at least for my tastes of how I like to wear watches, I usually only wear one watch throughout like the year, or like throughout just time.
Like the year.
Almost, because like I tried going into different watches, so I do have a couple of watches in my collection, but like I always tempt towards my Seiko 55 fathoms. Yeah.
I kind of like to wear one watch for about a week, or maybe sometimes 2 weeks, and I really enjoy it through that time, and then I switch to another piece in my collection. So I think you like to sometimes switch it up during the day also, right? Depending on the context of the situation.
So depends on the context of the situation. Sometimes I have like special dressier meetings I have to go to, or like an event I want to go to, and I usually do change the watch for specific event. So like if I'm having a meeting and I want to be a bit dressier, I would switch to my dress watch. And
but I think most people would do that if they want to dress up. But what if you didn't have to dress up and it was fairly casual?
If it was a fairly casual, I would just stick to my watch. I would just stick to the Seiko. What about you, Ashwin? Would you change your watch halfway through the day?
No, typically not. Of course, if there's an event and a real suit type event, then I would wear something that slides under the cuff. And I would personally not wear something on a NATO.
Okay. Yes, of course. Of course.
I mean, some people like to do that.
Really?
Yeah.
People wear
NATO
on suits.
Yeah. Haven't you seen the Bond? The Spectre release, he was wearing the NATO.
On an actual suit? What?
Yeah. And, but I don't know if I agree or disagree with that. I just don't like doing it myself. But anyhow, back to whether I like to change watches during the day or maybe during the week. Not so much, because once I put on a watch, it's kind of a new enthusiasm that kind of clouds it for at least a week. And even though I've had the watches for years, it still happens every time I take it off. The thing is, once I take the watch off and I just see it on the dresser or inside the watch box, it's just another piece, and I don't really have much of a feeling attached
much interest in it
to it. And then I just look at, okay, it's that watch. But then when I just go and wear it, even when I decide to wear it, I'm not particularly interested in changing the piece. It's just why not,
Okay.
And once I wear it, everything kind of changes again. It's like a field of distortion around the watch.
So that's something I kind of like about switching it up with when it comes to actually your watches, because if you can rotate around your pieces and like be able to experience them each new. Exactly. Every other week, you can just experience new again what you had with your watch.
Yeah, like you kind of get a new sense of importance in the watch in your collection, and it's not just another piece to have.
No, exactly.
Because sometimes you just buy a watch because you're itching to buy a watch, and then you kind of maybe you have the budget, maybe it's inexpensive, and you just have a fancy and go, why not, and just buy the piece, and then after a while you kind of lose interest, and then you wear the watch sometimes just for the sake of having a rotation in your collection. But I'm not that interested in forcefully introducing a kind of system where I wear this watch on this day. Monday is for Seiko, Tuesday is for maybe Tissot. I don't care about that. I just look at the watch and then I decide I want to wear this, and then it stays on the wrist for at least a week.
At least a week. It can even go into 2 weeks. Okay.
Yeah, sometimes 2 weeks. Yeah.
Okay. So I think that does also help because it might it extends the honeymoon period you have with a watch.
I don't know if it's a honeymoon period any longer. It's just I think you slowly kind of detach from the watch when you don't wear it. So if you have, for example, 5 pieces and you wear each piece for 2 weeks, then you've not worn at least one of the pieces. You've not worn at least one of the pieces for a month at least, maybe 6 weeks, and then you wear it, and then you have this whole new sense of attachment towards it. So I don't. I mean, traditionally, when you talk about a honeymoon period, you really like that one piece because it's new.
Yeah.
And then you have a really special feeling wearing it for the next certain amount of time till you lose interest in that watch.
Exactly.
But for me, it's not so much that. It's just that there's new excitement with a new piece. Okay. Sort of a new piece.
Okay.
What about you? How do you sometimes change your watch during the day, right?
Like sometimes I used to change my watch during the day halfway through, which I no longer do because I need, like, my days have become a bit less free, and I need one watch that can withhold quite a few different situations. So that's why I also started wearing the NATO strap. Because I've gone from you just have to have a piece that can ride the subway with you, and be a nice watch to have at the office. It can also be just a nice watch to go out clubbing with, one watch that can do every single thing.
So you adapt the situation by changing the strap.
Sometimes that I really do. Okay. that I actually do. Because sometimes you just want to go out, and at night especially, you want to have kind of like a metal strap.
Okay.
If you're not going clubbing, because
isn't a metal strap also quite good for clubbing because of the sweat?
Not. It's good for the sweat, but when you're clubbing, you're moving around, and it kind of does bruise.
It's heavy. It jangles.
It's heavy. It jangles and it bruises your wrist.
Okay.
I've actually had
because I'd personally rather sweat in a metal strap than a NATO because it stays wet and it feels horrid.
Yeah. No. And then you need to clean the NATO after cleaning.
Yeah, you gotta just run it in the wash or something.
No, exactly. Yeah. So I previously I did change my watches per the situation. Now what I do is I change the straps per situation.
So you can actually just run a one watch collection then? I
think so.
So you're one of those people who can just settle for one grail piece?
I really also want to have a collection. So I want to appreciate the watches, not use them too much though. Because I think I can use one without being too much bothered about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
But so how many watches would you typically wear in a month?
In a month, I would say maximum I would wear 3 watches. Okay,
let's assume your collection is 5 pieces.
3 watches.
Let's assume your collection is 5 pieces. Now, how would you decide what to wear?
I would always go for the most versatile options, because I've tried clubbing with dress watches, and this specific Omega. The hands actually fell off.
It's a vintage piece.
It's a vintage piece. I don't know why the fuck why I was doing this, but I went clubbing with it.
Okay.
Which is like, why? Why would you ever go clubbing with a vintage
Was
piece?
it on the same leather strap? Or?
Yes, it was on this
You
same.
took a leather strap.
It wasn't
More
this same.
than the fact that it's a vintage piece, I am most surprised about you wearing a leather strap to
At a
clubbing.
club.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. So like, it wasn't supposed to become a clubbing.
So you
Like,
accidentally wore it, or
Yeah. So like, it was a nice dinner, and I was like, okay, fine, nice dinner. That's it. That's why I'm gonna wear a vintage piece, like
Okay.
a nice vintage piece with a leather
Uh-huh.
strap. And after that, like the guys were like, oh yeah, let's go clubbing.
and so you just okay. I guess
And
you
it became a clubbing scene, and then it was like,
you made the best
sadness.
of the situation then.
I made best of the situation, but the next day I just saw the watch and
The hands were off.
the hands were off.
But the movement was fine.
The movement was fine.
Okay.
The movement was fine,
That's
but the hands
okay.
were off, and I needed to like
Go to a jeweler. I mean, a watchmaker.
I needed to go to a watchmaker and like
Get it set again. Wow. Okay, that's interesting. That's never happened to me, but I don't have any vintage pieces. But I have never worn a NATO or leather strap. I don't even own a watch with a leather strap, but I've never worn a watch with a NATO strap out to a club or something like that.
Really?
Only a metal strap.
Huh.
Yeah, I find that the easiest to deal with, because after I come back, I just rinse it under the tap.
Exactly. It is the easiest.
I don't have any
way.
dress pieces, and I don't have to be concerned about the water resistance or any of that sort of thing.
Exactly. So that's why like from this experience is that I learned that like, okay, I need a watch that can withhold all these situations, because like my
So
Seiko,
that's the idea of a one collection piece.
exactly
Watch
one watch collection.
piece.
One piece collection.
Well, whatever, you get the idea.
Yeah. So like the Seiko, I've taken it on roller coasters, I've taken it swimming, I've taken it to the beach, and like
You're not concerned.
I'm not concerned about it. It's quite cheap, and it's quite durable.
Yeah.
It impresses me how durable it is. So.
Okay, how would you consider a G-Shock? Because this is a true one watch collection piece.
It is actually just a one piece collection.
Actually, no, it's not. You can only wear it casually.
Oh, imagine rocking a suit, or imagine rocking a tuxedo with a G-Shock.
Well, would you change the strap?
For a suit?
Well, whatever. We're talking about a G-Shock.
Oh my god! Imagine a G-Shock with a leather strap.
That would actually be cool if it had a metallic, I think, case. You know, there's one of the metal G-Shocks.
Like the metal G-Shocks with a leather strap.
I think that would actually be interesting.
That would be interesting for sure. Huh.
I mean, it's quite the juxtaposition of putting
Exactly.
a dive-oriented, I don't know, outdoors piece on a leather strap. But who cares? I mean, no one uses these things for their purpose anyway.
Yeah. Well, G-Shock maybe, but yeah. No. So G-Shock, I would be fine with owning a G-Shock. I wouldn't wear it too much though.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone I think would like to own a G-Shock in their collection.
Yeah.
Maybe not. Maybe I mean, it depends on the person.
Yeah, it depends on the person. Cause like
Just why not?
Yeah, why not? Exactly. Sometimes you just want to like look at the.
So would you say that your wristwatch rotation is feeling based or situation based?
I think it's definitely situation based.
Okay.
Yes.
For me, I don't know how I base it. I just know I like to wear a watch for this amount of time. And so I don't have any particular criteria.
Okay, so like that after 2 weeks, so it's like, okay, let's try to experience a new one. Or like
Of course, I have pieces I like more than the others. And then if I have a special occasion, I will wear the piece that I like most. But I actually make it a habit not to wear the piece I like most that often.
Okay. Yeah, because if not, then like you won't wear any other.
I mean, I like to have that sense of occasion attached to that piece. You know, sometimes people get a new piece and they're so enamored with it and they wear it on end for like 6 months for everything. I don't do that. If I get a new piece, at the beginning I wear it really little.
Okay.
I don't know why. It's not being afraid of scratching it or something like that. It's just that I feel like there's more of a sense of occasion for certain things when they're left to be special, you know?
So like you're only gonna wear this piece if the special occasion comes from,
yeah.
and then it becomes
even
special.
if it's a new piece and I might only wear it once a month because of that. And I enjoy that actually more than
because it makes
wearing
the
it every
occasion.
day. It just has a real special sense of occasion.
Okay.
Would you do that, or would you just wear it every day?
Look, I really would want to do that, but I can't. I simply can't.
Because of temptation, or what?
Temptation is too bad. I just know it's there, and I know it can be on my wrist. So like, let's go for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think that about concludes it.
Yeah,
Those are our
exactly.
thoughts and how we structure our
How we structure our
collection.
Wristwatch rotation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell us guys how you rotate.
Yeah.
your
What
watches.
would you do? What do you do?
Exactly. What do you do? Like how big your collection
And
is.
what points do you agree with and disagree with?
Exactly. Because
Let
this
us
is
know.
mostly opinion based on how you feel about what to wear daily or like weekly.
All right, then we'll catch you in the next episode.
See you next time.